Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now I'm back testing. So I do tell people in my course that we do 25 back tests a week, and that also includes myself between my own trading, mentorship, YouTube videos, and a lot of other things. So it's really important to always be consistent with your back testing, just to also keep up with what's going on in the market. Okay, so I found this yesterday during live analysis, I believe. Was it live analysis? I believe so. So I circled these areas and I want to back test them. So I'm just going to back test them and try to explain what I'm doing as I'm going. Obviously in my course, you guys, I go into more detail, but I was actually going to do this, so I just decided to turn my camera on for you guys. So this is pretty much top of the range. Top area up here. That was a POI that ran through. So I noticed these three drives up when you're doing your distro. And you guys, when you guys are getting free value on YouTube, I really suggest taking notes, because the more you take notes, the more you actually learn, right? Sometimes just watching these videos aren't enough, especially since, you know, it's hard to retain information. So when marking up, we'll talk about distro for now in general. My computer's glitching. When marking up distro, you want to look for your three drives up. So UTAD, UT, and buying climax. That's your first three things you want to mark up. After you get your buying climax, those are your three drives up, you want to do your AR, because that's the automatic reaction, which is the automatic opposite thing of your BC. Now, this is my BC. I do have these two drives over here, and this drive pushed down is lower than this. So I already know that this most likely is going to be my MSAL. So I'm going to just label this my MSAL and make this my AR, and then move my buying climax. Okay, so again, this is just me kind of back testing. So if you're kind of confused to where these points go, it's really important to understand trading range. So once you have your three drives and your AR, then you actually gonna make your trading range. And I think I have these steps in a video. I know I have it in my course, I just don't know if it's on YouTube. Dash line. Okay, and then so step 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your trading range step 5. Step 6 is actually your MSAL. So the top is done. So then I just want to fill in my bottom, and then I want to call this drive a second test. Okay, so again, more detail in my course and which order to mark this. We have several Zooms daily. I'm actually bringing on some educators, so I'm super excited about that to get even more value with the Academy. But again, if you're watching this 5 to 7 minute video, definitely take notes and you still get a lot of value. So that's what I see here. I can call this a PS, but I don't think I'm using it, so I'm not going to label it. I try not to label things I don't use. And it's the same as my AR, so I'm just going to ignore it. So that's what I see here. Now, we can call this, and I have this PDF linked to this Wyckoff book from Scribd, the PDF, sorry, not the PDF. I have a link to this book in the bio. You guys can have a free 90 days. I always tell my team to use it. Don't try to memorize anything. There's no point. There's no brownie point to memorize anything. The only thing you get rewarded here is money. So always look here and just go back and forth and make sure everything matches, right? There is another PDF that we use, which is exclusive to my Academy, so I won't be sharing that here, but this is a good start. So I'm gonna call this an LPS. If it was higher, but here I'll call it a test. I'm gonna call it LPS. Now I'm gonna give it 2 LPS entries here. Okay, it says text. Let me just push this to LPS as well. I'm gonna fix this. So this first LPS is just an LPS in my opinion, because it didn't really fill anything. It didn't fill this. If it filled this, I'll call this a test of this area / range situation. But it kind of just gave another SAL, which I don't really care to label this right now. Okay, but there's no entry here. There's nothing that would tell you where to entry here, right? So where my actual entry is crazy, because this is like a redistro. So that's what we're gonna mark up. And I'm not sure if this redistro works. I'm just guessing. I have to go check, and that's what I'm showing you guys. Okay, so this right here aligns with the trading range. Okay, so here we did get unhealthy price action. Now I'm on the 5 minute. I rarely execute trades on the lower time frame. Well, I do, but I rather keep it higher because it's just safer. more high probable. So this is the imbalance. Okay, so what I like here is that we did create another low. So actually let me label this, because in this case it's relevant because we created another low, which is a more sign of weakness, right? So clearly we're getting that down structural order flow. I didn't have a reason to enter here. It was its own little retracement, but I do have an unhealthy push down, aligning with my trading range, which is a confirmation that's not in the Wyckoff book. And I did continue structure. I'm not gonna call it break a structure. It continued structure. I don't think I have cost saved. I only have, yes I do. Continuation of structure. Okay, and then put a risk to reward on it. I'm just gonna leave that there. Stop loss above the second wick, not above, actually at the second wick. I don't put any stop losses floating anywhere into space for no reason. 2.1. So my minimum stop loss is 3. So anytime, that's the only time that I'll move my stop loss up, especially on lower time frame. It has to, my stop loss is the first 2 candles, but if it's not a minimum 3 pip, then I do move it to wherever I can get a 3. So that is my minimum. So I'm gonna use this wick right here. That's the only exception for my stop loss, because there is things such as spread and whatnot. So my equal lows for this take profit would be, let me start here. I start looking here. Okay, this is the 5 minute. I need to go to the 15 just to see equal lows more clearly. So I want to just drag it and call it a 1 to 30. It needs to actually be at equal lows. So what am I getting at 8.5? 8.5 is the minimum. Okay. Oh, okay. 9.67. I might have to stretch this a little bit, but let's just play it out. I don't even know if it's that low right now. Okay, well, technically, this did not smash take profit yet. But that's pretty much what I see as a distro. Again, my minimum is a 3 pip stop loss, so I don't want to just record a YouTube video and lie to you guys and say, oh, I would have did a 2 pip, I would have got smashed out here. I mean, that could have been a thing, but I always tell people, including in my academy, when you're backtesting, don't just make fancy things happen because it makes you feel good at night. You know what I mean? You have to make sure if you were here in real time, would you have actually been able to execute? I'm gonna mark it up a little bit as a redistribution, but as this distro didn't actually hit take profit, I didn't realize that before I started recording, you guys. I'm just gonna do, actually let's keep it. So I was looking at here as a redistro-ish. Down, schematic can continue down. Hold up. I was looking at this little push up with these 3 pushes down with the fill here, and then also I don't think this is an OB fill because I wouldn't have came back up. I don't consider that an order block. Okay, I'm gonna quickly throw distro labels on it. Again, using my PDF, sorry, the Wyckoff book. But technically, these need to play out for it to be confirmed. If it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss. But that's exactly what I would have done if I was in this trade. Redistro is chapter 13. Okay, so in a redistro, you have 3 drives up and a drive down. So we do have 3, but only this one is not, this one is higher than these 3. It's the only thing. Let's see it on the 3-minute. It's the only thing that I don't like. Let's try it out anyways. If not, then it is what it is. I'm gonna look at my PDF one real quick because that one shows different types of schematics. Okay, yeah, so it does look like more like the PDF book one. So that would be my test. Something like this. So it's not the cleanest. I'm not gonna put this trading range. It's not the cleanest redistro. It looks like it could be building even on the higher time frame. Okay, so hopefully you guys got value into how to mark up this schematic distribution and how you can find a redistribution after a distribution. Now normally it's not right away. So again, if this is not acting super clean, you know, it should kind of, price should kind of push down and then you get a redistro. It's not usually like right away like this, but I kind of see something there. Okay, so in case you guys didn't know, I do have my free boot camp, so don't forget to sign for that at www.smartmoney.com. My elite mentorship is temporary closing for a little bit and it's going to reopen, so definitely join now. Okay, so the one-on-one mentorship is working with me personally. So, you know, after the free boot camp, a lot of people signed up. So there's only one of me and there's millions of you, okay? But the platinum package is always available. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.